Has anyone new joined? Probably not.
I'm new.
No.
Yeah, I knew. All right.
Why you have a sword, man? You look threatening. I'm supposed to have the sword. It's
I think
part of
that's the
my
point.
name. Threat? No, but you don't understand. Like, I'm Threat. He's a boss. So to be a boss, you can't be a threat. You have to be professional.
Perfectional.
Professional.
I was waiting for it.
God damn it.
That's what you get.
I can't English right now. God.
You speak
Who's
Arabic.
death? Holy crap. Oh, someone's
I still
got the
remember the
new
day.
marker, so
I forgot who
don't
it
push
was. I
me.
think it was Death in the party with me when you taught us the word for Arabic, or the word for kitchen in Arabic.
It's Mabbach.
No, you said kitchen. You were talking to your
No,
sister
I
full on
was my
Arabic. All of a
sister. My
sudden, you just went
sister
kitchen.
will.
We're like, wait, what?
My
Because
my
she's
sister
bilingual and
can't
she's not
pronounce.
completely fluent in both languages, so he uses whatever works best.
It was
She's
still
4.
hilarious at the time.
It is funny as fuck, though. All right, so serious talk. We
That
got about 2
callous
minutes. I'm
appearing
just
on
gonna
phone.
very quickly, address the rules. Shit that we gotta go
Sample.
over. Of course, I need everyone to mute their mic until the end of the debate, and I will let you guys know. And then we're gonna go in order of people in the party. So it would be Black Widow all the way down to Winterhawk. And you guys are free to ask as many questions as you like after that in that order. Then once the people in our party have asked their questions, we can get a couple questions from the stream. I see Dregs is in there because he's having connection issues, so look forward to some bullshit from him, that's for sure. Okay, I think we've wasted enough time, right, guys?
It
Cool,
wasn't
so let's
really a
start this
waste. It
shit
was a
off.
catch up.
Just catch up with people, chill out, figure what they want to say and do.
Right.
Okay. To begin, let's get you guys to pick a number between say 1 and 100, and whoever wins get to choose who goes first.
Okay.
50.
54.
50 and 54.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't fuck around here in COG, so the number is obviously 69. You guys should know this by now. Hotshot, threat.
Oh,
You get
can I go
to
second?
decide who goes first. Sure. Boss, you ready?
Yep.
Cool. So to begin, tell me a little bit about yourself, interests, etc. To allow the members to get a feel for what you're about. Take as long as you like. There's no time limit.
All right. Well, first off, my name is COG Like a Boss, and I am one of the 4 founding members here in COG. I came from the squad Envy, which is one of our Halo 4 squads. I have literally seen every rank here in COG. 29, almost 30 years old, and I reside in Kansas City. A little bit about me personally. I'm funny and easygoing person. I like to play Halo and hang out with friends and family. I love music. I also love to cook. My favorite colors are red and black, and my favorite vegetable is macaroni and cheese.
Hell yeah. Great answer.
All
Threat. Guys, forgive
right.
me if I call him hotshot. That's kind of what we've always addressed him as. But when I say hotshot, I mean threat. When I say tuna,
Yeah.
I mean threat. When no one
And when
says
he
two
means
chains,
two
we know what I mean
chains,
threat.
no, it's 2 chains, man. Get that right. Come on. All right.
Okay. Would you like me
All
to
right.
repeat the question, or you know what to do?
No, I got it.
Cool.
Um, as people mostly call me, I am COG Threat. I am the chairman currently right now for COG. I've been honestly in COG since day one. I've seen everything that's going around. Um, Even though I am probably one of the most sweatiest people or most tried people in the community, I honestly like to have fun and do any scenarios, like aid, anything like that. I respect other people's opinions. If people have an opinion against me, I won't you know, say, "Oh no, your opinion's bad." No, And honestly, I am a very progressive person. I want COG to be the best that it is. I have literally worked my ass off. Maybe as not as much as I wanted to be. I wanted more on my term, but I worked my ass off to make sure this community had a lot of good, functional steps in growth that will lead them into the best community in Xbox. That's my main goal. And I hope that you guys will elect me again so I keep doing my job to making this the best community in Xbox. That's it. Up in integrity. Yeah, I'm done.
They can still hear the party, even though he's left the game, right? Okay, cool. So, the rest of the questions are going to be time-based. So before I let you guys speak, I'm going to tell you exactly how long you have. This is just to keep the flow of things going, so we're not rambling on for hours on end, just to save everyone some time. Most of them are between 30 seconds and 2 minutes, so it's really quick questions for quick answers. Uh, Boss, why do you think you should be chairman? This is 45 seconds.
I believe I should be chairman because, one, just like Threat has just gotten done with his, I have also been chairman before. I know what that position entails for me. I know what to handle. The duration of me being chairman, I had a lot of things going on in the community, and I feel at this point I can handle just about anything. And I want to see us grow. That's why I want to be the chairman.
Beautiful. Threat, why do you think you should be chairman? 45 seconds.
Again, honestly, I want to be chairman because I don't think I did a lot. Yeah, I had a lot of growth with, creating Bane, creating the third squad, creating Call of Duty, or not creating, but establishing Spawn Company, getting everyone from Kick to Power Ranger. But honestly, 3 months, it may seem a lot of time, but it's not a lot. And I think I can do more if I get elected as chairman again.
Great answer. Uh, Next question. Sorry. Boss, what quality within your own personality, leadership style, or ethics do you feel will not only win over the community's vote, but make you a successful chairman? Should you be elected? 1 minute.
That's super easy. The one quality that I have preached to everyone from day one is I believe in 100% fair. I don't care if you're in my closer circle and we're playing every day, or if you're just the person that just joined a few weeks ago. I treat everyone the same fair. If I would to treat one member differently, I've put my neck on the line for this community many a times because someone I thought was getting treated unfairly. And to me, that's the best quality I have. I've always stuck up for the underdog.
Fantastic. Next question. No, sorry. Threat goes. My bad.
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. What quality within your own personality, leadership style, or ethics do you feel will not only win over the community's vote, but make you a successful chairman should you be elected, in your case, for a second term?
Okay. The quality that will make me get reelected again is activity. Hands down, besides you, Jesus, I'm honestly one of the most active black suits who, goes to like all meeting, not all meetings, most meetings, attends practices from here and out, hears stuff that lower members want, everything. I'm basically the kind of guy who knows what's happening in their community firsthand instead of hearing it from someone else. That's the quality that will, you know, get me chairman again.
Transparency. Perfect. All right. Next question. Boss, if you were given the title of chairman right now, what would be the very first thing you did, changed, fixed, etc.? Why? 45 seconds.
Number one, I would step in and get with some of the next level black suits and wrangle in whatever situations were going on at that time. With our current communication situation, it's one of those, I believe, no matter how rank you are or how higher up you are in the rank, you still have a net of other people that are at your rank, and when those people are online, those are the people that you need to cling to first. That's your point one of getting all the information you need by jumping in there, and whether it be gold, red, green, or yellow, all the way down, it doesn't matter. Everybody needs to get on and do that together. That would be the first thing that I would try to fix.
Gold, red, green, yellow. Are you planning on changing the ranking structure anytime soon if you get chairman? Silence. He can't think. Hotshot. Threat. You're up.
Um, if I get elected again, the first thing that I'm gonna do is instead of having it where I'm involved into three, involved into Star Wars, Call of Duty, and Halo, I'm gonna drive back from Star Wars and focus my full attention to Call of Duty and Halo regarding recruits. I honestly think that if myself as chairman gets more involved with helping people out recruits versus, being involved in all these platforms, then COG will grow as a whole and it will benefit us quite, it'll benefit us extremely because we will get out of the deficit that we have with the inactives such as Ballast and somewhat in Sierra.
Perfect. Next question, boss. What are some changes you would like to see in COG during your time as chairman, assuming you were elected? 30 seconds.
A little bit more a little bit more activity with the extracurricular activities that we have here, as in like social tag, Spartan companies, Forge, certain things that we also offer here to see a little more activity in those areas would be something that I would do.
Good answer. Threat. What are some changes you would like to see in COG during your time as chairman, assuming you are elected for your second term? 30 seconds.
Oh, that's a tough one. Honestly, I think, more activity in extracurricular activities is good. But the main thing that I honestly want to see, and I know it's one step at a time, I hope it does get done if I am chairman, but it's to make everyone in COG have one vote whenever they have debate like this. Because honestly, I don't think my personal opinion, I don't see it fair to have just everyone in the squad who matter the most have only one vote. I want every individual COG member to have a single vote and vote on who wants to be chairman.
Could you emphasize
That's
on
it.
that a little bit more? You want every single person, private, corporal, sergeant, master sergeant, etc., to get their own vote, or did you have some kind of standard like officers only, master sergeants only? You got to be in for a week. Like,
No, I
what
want
was your
I
plan on
want
that?
every single member. Like a private is able to have one vote and vote on a chairman, and mass sergeant, like everyone in COG actually has their own vote and they can vote on chairman. Not just, not leave all the privates out. Like everyone included as a whole. That
Interesting.
makes sense.
Okay, good answer. Next question, boss. This is a bit of a long one. Just a heads up. Typically, when a new chairman is brought into office, the community gradually molds to a lot of their decisions and standards. Some examples of this would be opting out of blacklisting problematic members, pursuing different games in which we may never have considered, attempting to start up a competitive edge for the community, or even changing the meetings and events to some way incorporate certain things, compensate for members, etc. What was your biggest concern or conflict with how the elected chairmanship has operated?
Um, the biggest concern that I have for how Threat did, or the last chairmanship.
Conflict, concern, anything that was done that you not necessarily didn't agree with, but it could have been done better? Any kind of criticism towards that?
Can I say I don't have any? Can that be
Uh,
my answer?
Definitely. If you feel it's necessary to skip it, sure.
Yep.
Okay. Threat. So this would be any kind of self-criticism or constructive criticism towards yourself. If you had to do anything differently, how would you fix it, repair it, etc.?
Like any of the mistakes that I've made that I wish I should have not done, stuff like that.
Mistakes, anything you did,
Okay, okay,
inconsistency
I
with
got
the
this. I
meetings,
got this.
stuff like that.
I have three big ones, and I have, talked about it with, my fellow COG colleagues when I'm in a party with them. The three things I wish I've never done was one, be too competitive in tournaments. There's one person I went up, I disrespected, and I apologized from that time forward was logically, I'm sorry for disrespecting you. And the second thing was joining another sparring company. I honestly think that was another big mistake. I should have just stuck with COG. And lastly, and this is kind of my personal thing, but not giving the money back to towards the community if, let's say, I win a tournament. I didn't do that the first two tournaments when I was chairman, but I started doing that tournaments afterwards. I even signed the contract myself, which spammed out to all the Power Ringo chats. Yeah, that's it.
And despite the lack of a notary, he still stood true to his word and has been donating left, right, and center for any tournaments that he's been winning in. That was a pretty tricky one. Next question. Boss, I like this one a lot. If you had to endorse your competitor, what traits would you highlight the most and why? Endorse as in to sell, get people to vote for him, stuff like that.
Th- um, what would I say that would be good? Oh, what would I say that would be good for Threat?
If you wanted other people to vote for Threat, what would you tell them?
He has a very similar story from me. Nothing was given to him. He's moved up the ranking system many a times, and he never gave up. He is one of the youngest chairmans to ever be in COG, and he's really good at the game.
The youngest by like 10 years, something ridiculous like that. Uh, Threat, same question. If you had to endorse your competitor, what traits would you highlight the most and why?
Man, I really wish he wasn't my competitor because I respect this guy a lot. Um, but Boss, he is probably a hardworking guy. He gets his tasks done successfully. He actually talks with all of the young members, and he is active. Like some black suits, I understand they get bored, but Boss, by far, hands down, is a really good role model for a black suit who is very active and likes to help the community a lot, and I respect that.
Great answer. The last one I said I liked a lot, that was my favorite. I actually got to give this one first. This one is pretty bad. This question has derailed an entire debate, but is now on steroids. Connecting with our members is vital. The last time we did this, we wanted the candidates, to list every red suit in COG. And from what I can understand, the candidates have learned their lesson and they've carefully documented every red suit, lieutenant, captain, everybody in COG that they can think of that might be on the debate. Unfortunately, that's not enough. So, boss, tell me one thing that you've learned about each red suit that you can list off. This consists of personality traits, interests, admirable history, etc. Anything that's something that other people, not that they might not know, but just an interesting trait about each red suit.
So name off something that I've helped them with or something about them.
Something, some kind of connection that you've had with them. Um, so yeah, for example, boss works in telecommunications at a cell phone store. He's the manager of that store. That's one thing. Boss, boss does this. Boss does that. Boss is interested in this. Stuff like that. One thing for
Okay.
each red suit.
I guess I'll start in Ember since that is the newest squad that I just temp gen for. Kierkegaard is their general. Kirk, me and him worked very closely on getting everything set up with Ember. He resides in Mexico. Death Spartan was a transfer from Sierra to Ember. Me and him worked on some beginning issues in the very beginning, and he is currently their major. Damon came to me as a lieutenant in Ember. and he has worked his way up, got plenty of recruits, given out name changes, the whole nine, and he is currently the colonel. Um, for Ballast, we have Halo Ruler 64, which is their general. Me and Halo Ruler go way back. We came from Envy together. Um, I have been in numerous practices with him, numerous meetings, and seen him going up and down, and now he's currently made his way to general. Anarchy, who is his only other red suit, is at major. I know Anarchy does a little bit of the machinima stuff. I know that Anarchy also is looking to rank up. Moving on, we have Sierra. The general is Bongo Kitten. Me and Bongo Kitten were talking before everybody moved from the 360 to the Xbox One. She is very good on keeping up with the spreadsheets and a lot of that kind of stuff where some of us kind of slack off on. She is definitely on point when it comes to that. Mikadis, who is her commander. Mikadis started with the Master Chief Collection and worked very close with people like Death Kalos and Blackwind. He is currently the commander. Sierra has COG Cola as their major. Me and Cola, I've seen him a lot more on Palringo. I've only seen him a few times throughout the practices, so there's not very much I have on him. Sharkbait, who is the general for Wrath. I have talked to him a whole lot. I've seen him grow. He was a captain there for quite some time. I like to see that he has now made it to their general. And then I have his commander, which is Killjoy. Killjoy, I see him a lot because Wrath is still on Kick. So Wrath, I see them a lot conversating through the Kick, one another, back and forth. And that's everyone, I believe.
All right. Now, just to make this so much more difficult, Threat, your turn. Let's see how original you can make these answers by trying not to, mooch off boss. Good luck.
So
Take as long
yeah,
as you
this
like.
is my disadvantage for going second. God dang it. Okay, all right. I'm gonna first start off with Sierra. COG Cola Major. Honestly, this is Cola's second time going up the ranks. He could have been red suit before, but he had some difficulties. He fixed it, and honestly, he is more mature than he was previously, and I honestly respect the guy for doing that, especially with dealing with people who teabag anything like that. Sort of. Good job, Cola. Mick, this is Mick's third time or his third time going up the ranks. I remember Mick back in 360, back in MCC, and now Xbox One. And Mick, I respect you a lot with the hard work you're doing. I understand that he has a couple months because he has to go back to the army within a couple months to a year, I think. But he's probably going to be the future gen of Sierra, and it's going to be very good with that. Bongo, um, before she became the general as she is in Sierra, she had, some difficulties trying to adapt to the new red suit material. But thanks to Widow's help and other gold suits' help, she is now a prominent Gen of Sierra, and she's trying to make it the best squad as she is. All right, let's move to Ballast. I'm gonna start with Halo Ruler. Halo Ruler, back in the day, his highest rank in 360 was Major. He was Colonel like two, three times. He made it up to Major and demoted himself. He has worked his ass off so hard that he was able to make it to General without any help or anything. And he is trying to eliminate the inactives off of Ballast. Hopefully he will get that done. All right. Anarchy. Anarchy, the only thing there's many good traits about Anarchy. He is the kind of person who's able to go above and beyond at what he's doing. Even though he's a red suit, he he works himself with extracurricular stuff to help the community, such as, media, you know, other montages to help others, anything like that. And he he will be the next candidate for general, and he will do good in that. Let's move on to Ember. Who do I start off with? Damien or Kirk? Damien, Kirk. All right, Damien. Damien was a transfer from Ballast. This guy, like, busted his ass off when he transferred. He, even though with the lack of officer, he was able to, despite the circumstances that he had with the lack of host, he was able to fix the problem and make it to a prominent colonel as he is right now. That's Spartan. That Spartan was a transfer from Sierra. Um, you know, you may think that, going from one squad's red suit to another squad's red suit is hard. He did a very fantastic job. He was able to organize the squad, make it as prominent as it is. And now Ember is on fire with recruits, on fire with activity, and good job to Ember. Kierkegaard. Kierkegaard, he's probably one of the funniest red suits I ever met. He's the kind of guy who you don't even know, by his voice, what nationality, if he's Russian, if he's Mexican, whatever. He's hilarious. Try to get him to say vodka, he won't say it, but it's funny. He is honestly by far a really hard-working red suit. Did you know that he actually transferred to Xbox One, not as a red suit? He actually decided to take a demotion and work his ass back up, and now you see him as General of Immer. Let's move on to Sharkbait.
Right.
Sharkbait,
Yeah.
he honestly, Sharkbait, he has been, first captain for a very long time. And we gave him a chance of being a general, and I think now he's gonna do his best. I personally, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't been on 360, for a while. As soon as I went to MCC, I lost, all communication. But before I left, Sharkbait is one of those people who has been trying his heart out, no matter what. Killjoy. I'm being honest. I have been around again. I've went to MCC. I've been around Killjoy a couple of times, and this is the guy who, no matter what circumstances, if someone is not hosting, he will cover it right away, and no one will know that there's a problem. And yeah, that's it.
You did better than I thought. I got to give it to you. You did really well, considering you were put on the spot that badly. Congratulations, you didn't fuck up. Next question. As you may recall, one of the questions asked during the last debate inquired what two blacklisted members were the most prominent. This time I'd like to ask that. Sorry. This time wow, I can't speak English right now. This time, I'd like to ask what your thoughts are on allowing blacklisted members to return to the community, and at what point would you be willing to forgive them for their crime? Aside from a council vote, how would you go about deciding on who can return and who cannot? What standards or terms should be set in place for them? Boss, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds.
To me, it would really depend on the severity level. Since I have definitely been a part of many of blacklistings and votes and situations on that we've been put in over the years, it just really depends on the severity level. We keep our main duty here is to keep this place a fun, safe place to be. That's what we do behind the scenes. And to me, it would have to be something very minute. If it was something that, this person tore down squads or this person was sending inappropriate pictures to younger members, these things can't be forgiven. You know what I mean? It would have to be like, oh, this person teabagged Astro in a practice. You know what I mean? It would have to be somebody like that I would want to give a chance on.
Okay, cool. Threat. Would you like me to repeat the question, or are you good?
Can you repeat, please?
All right. Just skipping the first part. I'd like to ask what your thoughts are on allowing blacklisted members to return to the community. At what point would you be willing to forgive them for their crime? Aside from a council vote, how would you go about deciding on who can return and who cannot? What standards or terms should be set in place for them? Like parole. 1 minute, 30
Okay.
seconds.
Honestly, through time, we honestly forgive people for what they did. Like for example, with Death, Callus's rebellion, and then he got forgive, came back. Honestly, it depending on the severity, they gotta really take time off of COG. They gotta, understand why they're blacklisted and everything. And then when they're back, um, their head is where COG is at. They come as long as they come talk to, have some notification, something like message a chairman, message someone in the black suit, and give them the reasons. If that's honestly that's all it should take, and then it should be a vote. But you said excluding votes, as long as that person is takes the time that we assigned them or longer, and understand that what they did is wrong, and they come back with a clear head, talk to you saying, I regret doing blah 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 blah, and I really want to come back, I'll do anything. Then that's when you either A, decline them, tell them you have to wait back, or B, just give them a chance and have a vote on it.
Perfect. And this isn't a part of the debate questions, but I did want to touch base. Um, in about 5 days, a little less than a week, we're having the first member to go from zero contact member, ZCM, to tier 2, blacklisting, which is indefinite no communication, 3 month suspension, back to returning to the community. COG Reaper S117, now known as Thy God Reaper. This is the member who locked everyone out of the website by banning them. He wiped the Wrath gen tag and the Wrath spreadsheet. Yet he's allowed to come back. What are your thoughts on this, and how do you plan on moderating Reaper over the course of however long it takes before we can regain his trust? Boss.
Well, you heard my last answer. But here in COG, we don't have a dictatorship. It's a vote. Honestly, I wouldn't allow Reaper to come back, but that was something
Sorry,
that was
let
voted
me.
upon.
Okay, my bad. I thought, just so you know, he has been voted upon and he is returning. He is coming back in 5 days, just to clear that. Sorry,
Yep.
go ahead.
So, like on my aspect, it was one of those sometimes you agree, sometimes you disagree. But honestly, if everyone believes that the majority believes that he's going to do good, no problem. But at that point, we need to keep an eye out and make sure that he does not try to cause any future problems. Um, that not just one set of eyes, a few set of eyes, so that way we can control it if it and nip it right in the bud if it was to happen again.
Cool. Good answer. Threat, what about you?
All right. Honestly, Reaper, he even though he caused like a huge setback for COG regarding, the whole spreadsheets, removing people, all that. Um, I don't mind him coming back, but that doesn't mean I fully trust the guy. Honestly, again, it all has to be based off of time. If time being, just I'm gonna use Death Cow's example. Death was blacklisted, and we gave him the time, and now he's a black suit. Honestly, like maybe 2 to 3 months of monitoring, see where he's at, how is he doing. If he fully fixed, and I think that's good enough for letting him pursue his goal on making COG better.
Perfect. I've actually written out a couple of the terms in which we're going to be enforcing almost like a parole effect on him. And when we're done with the questions and we're doing the group talk with all the people in the party, I can go over it. It's 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 light, but it's stern at the same time. Like it's all for good reason, and it makes a lot of sense. And of course, we can go over that when he returns, obviously. But I wanted everyone's opinion on that, so it should be interesting. Cool. So we just finished questions 1 through 9. The next two questions, there's one personalized for each candidate. These are the questions that are supposed to almost work as like a shock value. It's supposed to expose their worst traits, issues with them, some kind of insecurity that the community might have towards them, should they be voted to lead the community for the next 3 months. Okay, boss, you ready?
Yep.
What happened? Yo, I got
You
kicked
Got
out.
died.
kicked from the game.
Return to the lobby for inactivity. Go fuck yourself. Can I get an invite?
Yeah, I got you.
What a fucking cliffhanging buzzkill. Hey, boss?
Yeah, I was like,
Jeez.
he couldn't even say my question. He just fell dead.
Yeah,
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be
don't worry.
bad.
I'm just as anxious to say stuff like this as you
You
guys
get
are
my
to
invite? Yeah, there
to
you go.
respond to it. Yeah, I'm joining. Okay, boss. First off, congratulations on your success with opening Ember. Kierkegaard has been doing great things for the squad. Excuse me, in a very short time that he's been in charge. We have you to thank for preparing him, as well as producing one of the most efficient squads in COG. Now, if you'll give me just a second, I'm going to go up to my podium, cliffhang you just a little bit harder. One sec.
It's fucking bullshit.
I'm all about increasing that suspense. Okay, cool. Let's go. All right, boss. Although you maintained a level head during your short time as chairman, it evidently took a toll on you. For those who are watching and aren't familiar, summer of 2015 leading into fall 2015 was arguably the worst shape the community has been in to date. A lot of which ending up dragging boss into it, from drama and conspiracies, closing down Halo 4 squads, compressing the community due to large inactive numbers, uh, up to losing a chairman halfway through the term, thus leading to boss's inception. If this quarter takes a turn for the worst, will you be able to endure it again, and can the community rely on you for being the front man of COG regardless of the negative attention it might potentially carry? You have 2 minutes.
Yes, yes, that definitely that run as chairman was probably legitimately the roughest run a chairman has had. Um, they done everything to me from making memes and passing them around the community to a lot of things that's happened to me. But I was, not only did I get through it, I try to handle it as much as I can. Even the current guy, Reaper, who plans on coming back, that was blacklisted, tore down those, did the website and did the gen tag and all that stuff during my as well. So I believe that not only did I handle these omega problems, that right now we are definitely in a growing process, and I feel as if I can help it grow just as much as I've helped Ember. And I want to do exactly what I've done for Ember, but for everywhere.
Great answer. You've been to hell and back. That is for damn sure. My God. Hotshot. Threat. You're next.
Sh-
Before I start, congratulations on your incredibly successful term as chairman. Many would argue that this term has been a bit of a dry spell as far as trouble goes, but even on the administrative side of the community, you stayed on top of your game the entire time, learning from your any mistakes you've made and applying your knowledge for the future. Here we go. Despite your immense success, your immaturity has gotten in the way of your decision making time and time again, leaving you far too vulnerable for criticism within the community, as well as the council. When put on the spot during arguments, you tend to quickly lose your footing and overall grasp when presenting valid points, making it uncomfortably easy to take advantage of your authority. What will you do to maintain composure where it's necessary should you be elected for a second term?
Damn, that's a good question. Um, Again, this is my first chairman term. I wasn't, when people in War, Jay, Boss told me the pressure, everything, everyone will, you know, treat you bad if you fuck up, anything like that. It's true. I honestly I fucked up a little bit. I wasn't expecting doing being a fun character. I'm a fun character. Just saying stuff, doing anything. Getting out of the way a little bit. I think that really hurt me, and I understand. And now I see the problems that it gave to me. I'm gonna honestly fix that. You guys haven't honestly seen a serious threat unless front scene. Behind the scenes, I'm serious when it comes to these. But honestly, if that's all it takes to make me the chairman that doesn't that keeps his footing in, makes everything go smoothly in the community and doesn't have any fuck ups, then that's all it take for me to that's all it's gonna take, then I'll do it. And if the community votes for me again, then you're not gonna see any of this BS threat that I've been doing for a while. That's it.
Interesting answer. All right, so we are going to take the next couple minutes and we're going to have the party, the people who are in the game, to ask questions. Just quick, back and forth. You pick whoever you want. It can be for both, be for a boss, just hot shot, doesn't matter. And then we're going to move to the stream and then they can ask questions. By the way, we have 21 viewers on the stream right now. That's pretty good. Black Widow, you're first.
I actually don't even have a question.
That's okay. We're going to come back to you. I want you to think of at least something to ask, something to produce.
Okay.
Game over. Are you there, bud? You've been really quiet, even during the intermission.
Yeah, I'm here. I need a couple minutes.
All right, cool. Integrity? Yeah, they can hear you. Who's towards and who goes first? I guess boss, if it's for both.
Are you asking if we plan on expanding out to different networks? Yeah, because when I spoke earlier about the like social tags and extracurricular activities, etc., that's going to more or less tie into a lot of those side things as well, whether it be Facebook or the Spartan companies or Netflix tag, things like that. Because I am more, unlike my opponent, I am more of a casual player. So the extracurricular activities here in COG is where I am more thriving. So that would be something I would like to see better out of there.
Oh shit, my bad. Am I able to go? Honestly, just like, opening the Forge tag, all these tags, I would not mind opening anything Facebook, anything that's, outside to make COG expand. Instead of, having, well, no, I would, since, the black suits, some of the black suits don't have a lot to do, so just like offering it to any of the black suits to see if they want to like try something instead of, going to like one meeting do anything and see if they want to expand it, then yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it. Sure.
Cool. Charlema?
I'm gonna need a couple minutes as well.
Perfect. Solar Wolf?
I have 3 questions. Is that too many?
Nope. Skipped like
Go
6
Solar
people, so
Wolf.
you're great.
This is for both. Do you plan on keeping the open communication with gold suits in meetings, boss?
For sure. I believe communication is the key. I believe that a lot of times that think that's the main thing we have here. We don't have physical contact with anyone. All we have is communication, and if you don't have that, shit won't go right. Things don't grow. Things don't happen how they're supposed to happen. Here, if we have communication, that to me is almost number one. That comes right after having fun. You know what I mean? Because if you don't have that, you don't have anything, and that communication makes this community run like a machine. And that's something that definitely needs to be implemented.
Threat?
I'm gonna be straightly honest with you, Solar. The gold suits, without having any gold suits, telling us any information firsthand, we wouldn't even know about the stuff. Besides Jesus with the power ring, he may know some stuff, but you guys are basically the first liners for what the generals have concern with, what the generals are doing, and all that shit. And if we like have it only a black suits only, then we're honestly gonna make the communication even worse, and we won't know what's gonna go on in our division in the future.
Okay. And expanding into more games than we already are, when we can, do you plan on doing that, boss?
Well, it really depends. When it comes out for us hearing about a new game coming out, there's a lot of aspects that we have to look into, whether it be how many, if you can have practices, how many people can you have per lobby? Is this going to be an ongoing game where we think that we can potentially have a squad or make a division? A lot of things factor in. Now, if these factors are all met, no problem. We've already tried it in multiple different games. We've done it to where it has succeeded, and then we have done it to where it did not succeed. But the thing is if we think there's an opportunity, we at least put our foot in the door and see what happens. Worst case scenario, it's a social tag. They still have people to play with.
Threat?
Um, I think you've seen it through my term, but again, it has to meet the key concepts in order to be part of like COG as a whole. It has to be online multiplayer. It has to have some private aspect so you can gather. It has to have some aspect where you're able to have multiple variants for days, like such as Monday Slayer, like Tuesday, so like stuff like that. It has to have multiple stuff, and when it meets the requirements such as Battlefront or Battle, not Battlefield, Black Ops 3, then it gets to meet and it gets turned into a squad.
Okay. And as long as Halo 4 can remain viable, active, productive, fun, all the stuff that it needs, will you allow it to run until the servers go down? Boss?
Um, to me, Halo 4 is very, very dear to my heart because that's where I came from. Um, Honestly, to me, they can stay and do hold it down for however long they like until they personally turn the light off or 360 turned the light off.
Threat?
Solar, you're bringing deja vu back because this is like a similar question to what Jesus asked me in war when I brought up backwards compatible. Um, Again, Halo 4 has been the start of everything, start of us that were in DHG to start COG, us, the rivalries, everything. It's been the start of everything. Um, I'm being honest, backwards compatible, we're able to go to 360 servers and, play and do all this. If Halo 4 is ever going to be backwards compatible in the future, then why would we even shut down? Matter of fact, why don't we just expand it and even make it more active as it is? Because honestly, I don't see it ever going down if they're going to make all 360 titles backwards compatible.
Okay, that's the questions I had. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yep.
Thank you.
For the record, Halo 4 is still not backwards compatible since the last time we asked these questions in January. Winterhawk, tell me you got something.
Solar took my question. Actually, give me a bit.
You guys, why can't you be as prepared as her?
Mine was about the
Um,
video, like moving to different video games when they come out.
I have a question now.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Um, Earlier you guys were talking about the social tags and the media tags. How are you guys gonna go about getting everyone involved? Because not everybody is on Poweringo. Not everybody actually reads a whole gen message. They just go in and they find out who's hosting and then close it out. So how are you gonna go about getting more people involved in those things?
Should I go first?
Yeah, boss.
Yeah.
Sorry, if
All right.
you're asked a question for both of them, assume that you're going first.
Okay. Well, it leads because you're right. We don't reach, even though they're on the gen tags, we don't reach every person that way. We don't reach everyone through Poweringo, Facebook, those options. The main thing that we do here is it's word of mouth. You're gonna catch most people. You're gonna catch more people in practices than you're gonna catch them at meetings or catch them through the tags. So yeah, running them through the tags, that's definitely a must. But you actually have to be in practice and be like, bro, did you hear about the Netflix tag? Like they're for real, like holding it down on Mondays at 6 o'clock, and they all sit down and watch a movie, and basically they have like reviews and blah 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 about it. You know what I mean? Like them hearing someone else fired up about it will get more people like, well, shit, I'll try it out. That's how we got them to join. You know, that's how when you talk to a recruit, that's how you get them to join COG. You can't sit there and be like, yeah, you can join if you want to. They're not going to want to be behind that. They're going to be like, that person ain't even having fun. Why would I want to do that? You know what I mean? So that communication, it all goes back to that. Hearing people saying it in practices, even us higher ups, you know, I've never once felt as if I was any different from a private. So being down with everyone else and mingling and explaining things.
Okay.
Can you repeat your
Brett?
question, Widow?
How are you gonna get everyone or more people involved with the social tag and the media tag and all of those?
Well, oh, sorry, I accidentally hit the. Anyways, um, well, again, in order to attract attention, you gotta be involved yourself. You cannot just say. And again, I did this mistake with the sparring company, and it was my fault. But you gotta be involved with whatever criteria, whatever outside activity that's involved with COG, and you have to, promote it. Like you can't just say, "Oh, join this," and then you're not part of it. People will be like, "Well, why the fuck are you not part of it, man? What the hell?" And then they'll just end up not joining it. You gotta really, have, the key gold suits, key red suits, offering it in the table, not like forcing it, but like offering it. That's basically it.
Okay.
I hope that answered your question.
Yep, you're good.
Amber. Game over.
I'm absolutely dry. The only thing I can do is just credit Astro Jesus on the questions that he presented tonight.
Integrity. No, integrity already answered. Sorry, Jalamo.
Yeah, I have one. Upon assuming that you do get elected to the rank of chairman, I'm sure both of you came here tonight with plenty of well thought out answers and thoughts to any kind of questions. So I'm curious, if you are elected tonight to the rank of chairman, what would be your very first change or impact that you would make to the COG? What would you do to kind of get your name out there to say, hey, I'm here to benefit the community. I really care about everyone underneath me, and this is how I'm going to make it a better environment for those underneath me. What's the very first thing you would do?
Question number 4. If you were given the title of chairman right now, what would be the very first thing you did, changed, fixed, etc., and why?
Well, that's
Go
a
GG.
Tally.
GG.
I was about to
Noise.
say snacks in the break room. Here we come.
Yeah, buddy.
Don't
All
start
right.
that. I don't want to hear that shit. Fuck.
Before we do a couple more, Winterhawk, you got any questions yet?
I'm completely out, dude.
That's cool. Boss and Threat, do you guys have any questions for each other?
Ooh.
Well, first I heard ooh. Um, do you have
Okay.
a question?
Integrity was this for both of you. Um, Integrity was talking about promoting COD like through other forums like Facebook and all of that. How would you go about doing that, and who would you get involved?
Uh, Honestly, I've done this same aspect before because I've done music. So, um, it really when you really the more people that hear you or see your community, the more chances you have for someone to either accept or deny you. So the more people you can get to see it, the more chances you have on someone being a part of it. So it would be those that had, anybody can, we have Facebook going now. Anyone can add it. But it'd be those people sharing that page with their 5,000 friends, or putting on there when we have events like tournaments and things like that, so that people can RSVP on them or do certain things with the same aspects that Facebook you can do with. A lot of things like that, just so that way other people see it. I mean, don't get me wrong, like sharing it on my Facebook, I don't have but maybe 5 or 6 gamer friends in real life, so there's not a lot of potential people that would say yes. But sharing it in other gaming places to where other gamers, there's more opportunities for people to see it and want to be a part of it.
Threat?
She also mentioned who would you have in charge of that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, who would you get involved in it?
Well, would we very first start thinking about having like somewhat over the media or somewhat over YouTube or things like that, we had came up with the concept of getting a few people that wanted to apply for their said position, and we basically would evaluate them and put who we thought was the best candidate to fit in that position to be over that situation, depending on whatever department that was. So something in that aspect.
So no specific rank would be needed or anything.
N-
It would just be
no, you would
people
still,
applying.
yeah, you would still be a part of whether you're a lieutenant, captain, master sergeant, red suit, whatever, but this would be the department that you were over. Your rank technically would not change.
Okay.
Uh, can you repeat the first part of the question? Not who will be in charge of it, but the other part.
Um, Integrity mentioned promoting COG like through Facebook and stuff like that. How would you go about doing that, and who would you get involved?
Um, just like the way we're doing with the sparring companies, the forge tags. Us us as a council or me myself, I'll personally, go around, in every meeting promoting it. Since I do attend most every meeting, I'll probably
No,
miss that
Threat.
one.
No. You're That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, what? Okay, explain. Okay, say it again, because I'm confused.
Okay, talking about promoting COG through other forums like Facebook and stuff like
Okay.
that. Um, how would you go about doing that? Like getting that going or having people do stuff? And like who would you get involved with it? Like who
Uh,
would oversee it?
I can answer the second part and I'll think about the first part. Again, with anarchy taking over media being successful as it is, I wouldn't mind having a lower rank do it, but at the same time, I'm comfortable in having a black suit doing for the time being, and then give that authority to someone else. Oh my God. Um,
Chronicles of Genesis went offline.
oh shit, what?
What?
I guess to answer that question, I would, um,
Okay, we're good.
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm so sorry. Just one more time. Shit. Damn it.
Oh my God, Threat. Okay, you're starting a Facebook page for COG, all right?
Okay.
How would you go about doing that? Like the promoting side of COG, getting
Oh.
people to want to join and stuff
Oh,
like
oh,
that
oh.
through the
Oh,
Facebook
I got you.
pages and
Okay.
shit.
All right.
And who
Is that
would
an
you
Oh,
awkward
have
moment when you thought
involved?
you muted your mic?
okay, I got you. Oh, that's easy. Honestly, putting funny advertising clips about us are skilled people, not skilled people. Funny montages, get to know section about us, what drives us, why are we still here, what the fuck is COG, like stuff like that. Like just having sections of section about us that will most likely drive people either insane or drive people like, hey man, that fits me, let's join. Stuff like that,
So
I
basically
guess.
like COG history in the About Me section.
Yeah, yeah, and like funny clips, like weekly clips, like, what? Oh, hey, who's this widow chick? Yeah, what'd she do? She assassinated Trey. Oh, let's watch. Da, 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 da. Stuff like that. I don't
That's gonna be my goal for the week, and I'm gonna send it to Anarchy.
know. What's up?
War is connecting. What's up, War? You just
What's
missed
up,
the
dude?
debate. We're
I
just
fucking
asking
know.
questions. We're asking questions to the candidates. You got anything?
Not quite yet, no.
Okay. Payload's in the stream and he's asking quite a few questions. Some of them
Can
are
you?
not relevant.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear. Some of them are kind of. COG payload to boss. You say you get involved, but I have been in here for over a year. Why I heard of you? I guess why haven't I heard of you is what he's implying. Uh, yeah.
First of all, I don't know why you've never heard of me, but um, as anyone in this room or in the community wise, everyone from private to council leaders sees me almost daily. Um, I don't really know how
Oh,
to. I've never had no one say that to me before. Well,
Actually,
I would
very
say that it's a good.
interesting
I would say
statement.
that it's a good thing that you haven't heard of me because if you're not a higher ranking member and you're just a lower ranking member and you haven't heard of me, that means you haven't done anything too wrong for me to have to step out of the box and pull you personally to the side.
GG bus. Uh, just for the record, payload is incredibly inactive. Most people who are
yeah, that's
in the
what I
same
was
squad
about
as
to
him have
say.
never heard of him. He's been here since MCC and he's only been to a handful of practices. The fact that he's still here
Dude, he was in
is
Destiny too, and he
quite
fucking was
amazing.
inactive as
He's
shit.
he's not involved with anything. He said he was a captain, but I think he was demoted. But we're not going to get into that. Blur asked a really good question too. Where is he? Threat. How long do you think it will be till you can make Black Ops 3 an official squad? By the way, 1v1 me.
All right, Blur. After this, but seriously, on that note, I gave myself the responsibility of doing Call of Duty by myself because I honestly, I don't want everyone to be involved with it. And then we have Halo and Battlefront, in a bad, like they're not in a good state, and then they will be blamed for it because I got all the attention. Um, Probably 2 to 3 weeks. I'll try to get practice started. What my main goal is, and Jesus pointing out, and I kind of agree with it, is trying to get people first, like at least 40 to 50, not like start it right away. I was just trying to do a little of what Battlefront did, because Battlefront's a little bit successful over this on having 20 to 30 people, and they started practice, and a couple people showed, and it's worked very good. But I guess it's not the turnout here for Call of Duty.
Cool. Drags is kind of a bullshit question, but we can touch on that later because it's not exactly priority. We have a bunch of questions from other people. Logically, to threat, what do you plan on doing with the competitive tag? The bio says it's owned by you, but it has received almost no activity as of late. Do you plan on handing over those duties to someone else? I also want to touch during your last debate. You said that you would be able to prioritize both and equally run them both, yet you failed to do that.
Within a couple weeks of doing the tag, people were interested, but then people, I was left, 2 weeks without, anyone wanting to come. And now that I'm chairman, I'm honestly, I got a lot of things to do. I didn't expect it to be like this. Having multiple things to do, and I don't know if I'm able to gonna do I'll be involved with the tournament thing, but running itself, I don't know. Not tournament, the tactics thing, but I don't know if I'll be able to involve to spread the word, do all that shit. So logically, I'm being honest with you, coming from competitive person, I'm probably gonna need help with it, and I may hand it over. I may. We'll see how it goes. See how my schedule goes. But yeah.
There's just actually a couple questions regarding the competitive tag.
Ah, great.
Mm-hmm. COG Dregs. My question is threat, the stream. What is the tuna story? Tell us why you had to change your name to COG Tuna. The stream wants to know.
Oh my god. Fucking drags. You always have the last laugh, huh? Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. I'll say it. Um, so back in DHG of 2012, it was a hot summer day, and no, it's not gonna be a bullshit story. It's a true story.
Fucking
I
guy.
was hang, I was hanging out with Knucklebutt and Thunderdome, and some of the higher ups may remember them. Um, I was very hungry one night. You know me when I grind. I woke up and I swore I didn't eat for 24 hours, so I made 2, 3 tuna sandwiches. Right. I came back in the mic and they're talking about some nasty fetish shit with girls and guys and all that shit. And I had a weak stomach on a hot day. I didn't drink anything. So I just vomit all over the mic and everywhere. It was horrible. It was a horrible
Oh,
day.
oh.
And that was where I got the nickname Tuna. And the reason why I changed it, well, let me stress on that. I believe in the status quo of starting fresh, and I wanted to, be multicultural in the community, going from, tuna to like 2 chains, spreading, trying to get away from that story, but not everyone knows. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard now, but it's good. I'm a threat. I can deal with it.
The fuck? Eugene.
He changed his name to Tuna because he lost a bet.
Yeah, okay. I forgot to say that, but yeah, I lost the bet.
Called
So
out.
I had a bet, and I'm very competitive. I had a one. It was a 1v10 in 8. I was supposed to win all 8 rounds. I won 7, and the last round, Jay Ward double teamed me, and Siren hit me last draw. I was gonna live either ways with that mongoose shit, and I lost. So Siren paid for my name change. I should have just took the money and said, "F you, Siren." Haha, I'm not changing it. But I was a man to my word. I lost the bet, so I changed it.
I need like 2 minutes if that's possible.
Definitely. I think we're coming towards the end of this anyway. I get an invite back.
Yeah, I'm inviting you.
A bunch of us have been
Yeah, me
kicked out.
too.
Can I give him an invite?
Oh,
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
I had a long fucking day. I totally spaced on the debate. Good thing I was not running.
right. I wrote a question because I wasn't sure what you'd be doing. I thought you'd just low key at the very start just jump in. Hey, by the way.
I was planning on it, and I just
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I know
Fuck.
you.
I don't
I
know
got
what
you
happened.
this hardcore question. It's probably the worst one too.
You got what?
You know that question that we do, that one personalized question.
Oh yeah. Oh, can you send it to me in the Black Sea chat or in a PM? I want to see what that is.
Definitely not.
Bullshit! Why can't you PM it to me?
I'm gonna wait till you run.
Oh, it's for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the one for Boston Hotshot. That's what I was asking about.
Oh, I can send you that, sure.
Yeah.
They're good questions. They're not bad. All right, everybody's back, I think.
Nope.
Stream,
Nope.
any
You're
more
still
questions?
you're still missing
Oh
one.
shit. Yep, I'm not up there.
No, you're still missing one invite.
I spammed the party. Okay, I'll invite you right
Oh,
back.
no, you didn't.
I thought. I'm sorry, man.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody in the party? Anyone in stream? Any more questions?
How have we not built a debate hall yet?
Because I like truth a lot. I think it's really pretty. I'm totally cool with this.
I hate that plasma caster always being made of that.
Yeah,
We should make
right.
an edit and take that away.
I like the shields though. Those are really pretty.
Uh huh.
I'm making a map right now, and there's gonna be like a million of them all around it. Don't even worry. And right as we're saying it, Logic asked, has there ever actually been a room made specifically for debates?
No,
Any kind of
Logic, there
talk?
has not.
There should be, but like,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
It's
cool
like
with
that was an
truth.
oversight.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like,
Have
I
Freemason do
guarantee
it.
people have always wanted a debate hall. I was just like, you know what? Why?
Take a shot at it. Anyone can take a shot at it. Whether or not we use it is another thing.
Yeah,
Just
right.
have
Once every
Freemason
3
do
months.
it. He does the best maps.
Mm-hmm.
He does do good.
The last time, not the debate before this one, but the one with Burns and McSavage, we did it on the longbow. The top mid with the bunker.
Yeah, I remember that.
That shit was kind of ghetto. That
We
debate was
weren't really
painful
any.
though. Everyone was
Yeah.
having really bad connection issues and shit. That was so bad.
Yeah. We had to We had to restart it.
Has anyone got any questions, Jesus?
Uh,
I got a question for Hot Chat.
Alright.
Can I ask it, Jesus?
yeah, definitely. Party time.
Forgive me if this has already been addressed. But one could say that you had a relatively smooth run as Black Suit. You did a very good job. I'm not trying to detract from that, but as far as time periods in COG go, you got handed a pretty chill one. There weren't a whole lot of curveballs thrown your way. Do you think that you still are, do you think you're going to be able to handle some more serious stuff if it occurs in your next term?
If it ever comes up, I will try my best to resolve this situation. I remember, going through the ranks and seeing every chairman having their personal problem and having all this, and I think I'll be able to handle the situation if it ever goes on my term, if I ever get reelected again.
Boss, I got a question for you.
All right.
Last time you were chairman, you did a hell of a job the first month and a half, 2 months. And then, for lack of a better word, shit just hit the fan. And I'm not blaming you for any of it. You know how I feel about it. I don't blame you for any of the things that happened and stuff. But how are you going to try and prevent that situation from happening again in the future?
Um, like any other person, you learn from your mistakes. I try not to be repetitive when it comes with, I'm one of those, oh, if it burns me, I'm going the other direction. You know what I mean? So it's only got to burn me one time before I'm like, oh, nope, that's not something I should be involved in or anything I got going on. But um, I don't know. I feel like I've grown since then. I feel like there's been periods of time throughout COG that I've grown, and almost as cliche as it sounds, is like almost like a Pokemon throughout COG, to where it's like I go to the next level, I turn into the next boss. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I've grown since then, and a lot of my choices are a lot more. They've always been day one about COG, but they're a lot more about avoiding those kind of situations.
I think that's a pretty good answer.
Shit, dude, this chat is just fucked.
What, like everyone's like saying one thing another, or you
Commander
fancy?
TYR. Fucking guy. Has he ever done anything wrong? And then it says, has he? Question. Has he ever broken any rules or decided being inactive? The chairman. It's just like, Jesus, this person's like, this person, he. He's like, who the fuck is he? Hotshot. Other than being
Huh?
inactive, have you ever done anything wrong?
No.
I can answer that question.
Right
I thought
answer.
Hotshot's gonna ask the question because he's the candidate, not the guy who showed up 10 minutes ago.
Wait, can
You've
you
never
repeat that?
broken any rules in COG, Hotshot?
Oh, that was the question. I broke some minor rules, but they got resolved. Do I have to go into details?
Yeah?
Jesus.
Yeah, might as well. What's the worst things that you've done since you were chairman?
Okay.
I don't think this is since he was chairman. Oh, maybe it is. I
So,
don't think he's broken any rules.
the little things that I have done, it's minor, but it's not much. But I tend to appear offline a lot. In the beginning of my thing, and my reasons for that is honestly, I just want to get stuff done when I'm busy. I don't want people to spam me, but when other people want me like to actually resolve a problem or they need me for my um personal like answer or personal stuff, that's when they need me. That's one of the main things. um that's it. I mean, I didn't really do anything bad, like I didn't install anything or anything, so I think that's
Well, you
it.
did lie about your age.
No, that he's asking chairman. He's not asking overall. And I didn't lie. I lied about my age in DHG. I didn't technically lie. It was assumed that I was old enough. I didn't lie about it. It never was asked towards me. But when it was asked towards me, War,
Fair
if you
enough.
remember, War and
I
Burns, I did tell
remember.
the truth.
I remember. I remember. You didn't lie to me when I confronted you about it. You were true.
Why do you sound so far away, War? Like, what
I
is going
got a
on
new
with your mic?
mic, and it's a piece of shit, and I'm gonna get a new one here soon.
Ah,
Mikatis wants to know, how can these guys make COG better than it already is?
Well, I would like to see our family grow. We can always be better. If we think that we can't be better, that's when we'll stop growing. That's when COG will no longer be around. If we start to think that we can't be better, we have to strive to be better, especially with technology coming out so quickly as it is. We have to strive to be better. We don't want to be like, it doesn't matter to me about being better than another community, but for our family to grow to me is makes it better and better and better.
Can you repeat the question?
Mickey just wants to know how can these guys make COG better than it already is?
Well, um, the only way that any of us can make it better is by two things. One, our job in COG is to lead the council, and bringing up key topics that will benefit COG is one way. Another way of making it better is getting involved. That's where activity comes in. You know, when you're able to attend meetings, when you're able to attend practices, and you try to like endorse an idea with like Spartan companies and try to spread the word and all that. That's another way of making it better. Now, COG as it's right now has been growing very good, but there's some downside to it, like recruits. So maybe whoever becomes chairman, you know, endorsing the policy on recruiting and making every like recommending recruiting, like recruiting workshop, all that shit, that'll make it better. Yeah, that's it.
I have a question for CG Threat. Threat,
Okay.
earlier you were asking a question about your immaturity and be able to make valid points during discussions with the council, and sometimes being able to somewhat manipulate your authority. With the experience of your first term out of the way, are you going to be able to use that experience to influence and lead the council during your second term if you're
Now
elected?
that if I'm elected again, the experiences that I have been in and everything that I've been through as chairman. Again, this is my first time, so I didn't know what I was going in, you know, going entering. I thought I was able to do it. I was able to do it, but there was some, you know, constructive criticism against it, like, you know, my maturity, all that. Stepping into, if I ever was elected, stepping into round two of chairman, I would definitely take advantage to fixing all the mistakes that I did, especially maturity, and make sure that the council is run more efficiently than it has been through my first term. Did that answer your question? Came over.
Perfectly, thank you.
All right, I guess I have a question. This is for both boss and threat. How do you plan on expanding COG with
Drex is here?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
he just
was
dropped by.
finally able to connect.
Nice.
Yeah, it took a while. Anyways, my question was how do you guys plan on helping COG with departments, allowing people to use real life skills and helping COG grow?
Right now, I think those departments don't need to be solely one person. I think those departments need a department manager, basically, and a few assistants that basically are also help running those social tags, and that way it's not just on the shoulders of one person or a couple of people to carry on. It's these people over it, kind of similar to us making an attorney team, to where now we have a group of members that will be able to referee and do things like that within that own aspect.
Um,
Threat?
I'm not trying to copy you, boss, you know me, but I do agree with the concept of having more than one uh, person involved. Honestly, recommending it to other officers, any other urging officers who wants to become officers, because some people don't like the idea of just becoming an officer and just pertaining to one squad. Maybe, you know, offering it that, hey, you can also help out in the media type or anything like that, like endorse other officers to help. I think that will make the departments grow even more, and then you won't have to rely on, you know, you don't have to rely on yourself to do it. Instead, you have other people helping you out, and it can be more efficient. Because when we did our tournaments, when it was just one person, it was very efficient, but there was some complaints. Now that there is, you know, a group of people in charge of the tournaments, it can be done more efficiently, and everything will be done perfectly. And I think the same will go if more than one person will be involved in the departments. Did that answer your question, Drakes?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Just to touch back, someone asked about GRM, which was Master Dabs and all the poaching things. We actually reported the leadership to Microsoft because they were DDoSing members, kicking people offline, and hacking, threatening, cheating, shit like that. And one of the members was actually indefinitely banned because we did provide proof, screenshots, etc., of them doing and proving what they were doing. And since then, GRM, aside from the recent member or two that we've gotten that decided to transition from there to COG, we haven't heard much from them at all.
So did we literally destroy a clan?
No, it's not dead, not destroyed or anything. They just.
But there's some
know
people that
better
are
than to
fucked
fuck
up.
off. Yeah,
They're screwed for life.
they're. Yeah, they're.
They won't be
they're not
coming around
really
here
on Halo
anymore.
Exactly, they're gone.
Yeah.
Well, chalk one up for COG.
Yep. COG, 1,000,000. Other clans, 0.
Right.
Right?
Is there really that many clans? Jeez, no, fuck.
Not after we're
Yeah,
fucking
it
done
really
here. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen.
You can probably blame Jesus for a lot of it.
Yeah, seriously.
No.
For
Well,
sure.
we can blame Jesus for the fact Jesus took down a clan by himself.
I took down a couple clans, but that's 2015. This is New Year, new diplomatic Jesus. I'm not trying to kill anybody anymore. I'm trying to be good.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
why?
Right?
I'm supposed to be a good guy.
Why?
If I ever decide to go for chairman, dude, I can't just have the stream fill up with people that I've destroyed. You know how fucked that would be?
Oh, Jesus ran for
Are you
COG.
saying that you're trying to like give up your job because?
No, I'm trying to approach a different way of handling issues that pertain to my position. Meaning, instead of reading off people's addresses to them when they misbehave, I'm just going to ask them nicely to shut the fuck up. So yeah. Anyway, what's with that wicked echo? Is that war?
Is it?
Very
I think
nice.
so.
Can't help but feel that I got
Another
the recorder
question.
on me again.
The stream. I don't know how relevant
Winner.
that is.
Stop the echo before I kill you. 30 seconds. You failed.
Bro, I had my mic on mute.
They said
Well,
that
the echo stopped.
there's a really
Did the echo not
gross
stop after I
echo.
killed Winterhawk?
I don't know.
Anarchy just said that there's a really gross echo.
Yeah,
we
there
just
is.
fixed it.
Is that it, or?
Attack Duck posted in the Ballast Squad chat. I've come to terms with my defeat being the chairman after not being invited to the debate, but there will always be a next time, my loyal subjects, so don't lose hope. Shout out to Attack Duck. Debate is over. Thank you for attending stream. I appreciate you guys
Shit, I knew that was
jumping
gonna...
in, asking your questions. It's gone quite smoothly aside from the random ass questions from Payload. As I said in the stream, I'm going to say it for the party as well. I've opened up the... Thank you. The chairman AMA asked me anything. It's going to be open until the voting period commences, which... Sorry, ends. Which will be... I think we agreed on Saturday at midnight is when the voting is going to be over. Until then, COG
Do we
related
have
questions
AMA?
only.
Yeah,
What
we
I
do.
just said. Are you for real?
I know, I'm joking. I'm joking.
And Mictus, we don't know if raffles will be brought back because it was kind of a weird thing because no one was buying any of the tickets, so we just kind of held off with that for a while.
By the way, boss and threat, there will probably be a weird question about COG like a threat. Just
I
so
know you
guys
asked
know.
your tuna shit. I saw
I
it on the
know.
chat, you bastard.
Hey, Jesus
So,
said it
what
was
time is the
allowed.
meeting? In another hour?
10, 10:15, maybe 10:30.
Yeah, hour and a half.
Oh my god, I'm
So,
joking.